she said. I am going to my ex-apartment. His mom needs me tonight. Then slammed the door. I replied, okay, remembered my dad's emotional affairs, and packed my life into 2 suitcases hours later. Only one message from, I am Graham 32M software engineer in Minneapolis. Been with my girlfriend Sable 29F for 2 years. Living together for 8 months. Until about 3 hours ago, I thought we had a solid relationship. Let me tell you what happened tonight, because I need someone to tell me if I am insane, or if I just dodged a bullet. We are sitting on the couch around 6 p.m. I am looking at takeout menus. She is scrolling her phone. Normal Tuesday evening. Then her phone starts buzzing. Not once, not twice, like 15 times in a row. She looks at it, and her whole demeanor changes. Gets up, walks to the bedroom, closes the door. I can hear her talking but cannot make out words. 10 minutes later she comes out. She has been crying. That was Reed. His mom is in the hospital. He is really struggling and he needs someone to talk to. Reed is her ex-boyfriend. They dated for 3 years before me. He is a sales manager, 34. Supposedly just friends now. I have met him twice at group events. Never liked the vibe but kept my mouth shut. I am sorry to hear that. Is she okay? They don't know yet. He is really scared. He asked if I could come over and talk. He doesn't have anyone else right now. I felt something cold settle in my stomach. Come over where? His apartment. He needs support. Graham. His mom might be dying. And he called his ex-girlfriend of 3 years, instead of literally anyone else. She got that look. The one that says I am about to be the bad guy. He trusts me. We have history. I know his family. Sable. I am not comfortable with you going to your ex-boyfriend's apartment alone at night. This isn't about you. His mother is in the hospital. Then I will come with you. We can both support him. He asked for me specifically. He said he needs to talk privately. There are things about his family I know that he doesn't want to share with strangers. I am a stranger. We have been together 2 years. You know what I mean? This is personal for him. He needs space to be vulnerable. I took a breath. Tried to stay calm. Sable. I understand he is going through something hard, but going to your ex's apartment alone for a private talk crosses a line for me. I am not okay with it. She stared at me for a long moment. Then she said something that changed everything. Graham, this is a you problem, not a me problem. If you cannot trust me after 2 years, that is something you need to work on. I am going to support my friend. You need to deal with your insecurity. My insecurity. 2 years together. 8 months living in my apartment. Lease is in my name. I pay majority of rent. And my completely reasonable boundary is insecurity. So you are going. Yes, I am going. Because I am not going to let your trust issues stop me from being there for someone who needs me. She grabbed her purse, her keys, her jacket, walked to the door. Don't wait up. I don't know how long this will take. We have a lot to talk about, and he really needs support right now. Then she left, to go have a private talk with her ex-boyfriend. At his apartment at night, while I sit here with carbonara getting cold. Here is the thing about me. My father had what my mother called emotional affairs throughout their marriage. Always some woman at work who needed him. Some friend going through a hard time who understood him. He would disappear for hours. Come home late. And my mother would accept his explanations because she wanted to believe him. Eventually, the emotional affairs became physical. He left when I was 15, married one of his friends who needed support 6 months later. I learned something from watching that. When someone shows you they don't respect your boundaries, believe them. Don't argue, don't negotiate, don't try to explain why you deserve basic respect. Just act. So that is what I did. The moment her car pulled out of the parking lot, I started packing. I don't have that much stuff. Clothes fit in 2 suitcases, electronics in a backpack, important documents in a folder, toiletries in a bag. I have always traveled light. Maybe I knew subconsciously this day would come. Took me about 30 minutes to get everything I cared about. Left the furniture. Most of it was here when I moved in, or we bought together. Left the kitchen stuff, the decorations, all the things that made this place ours. Put my key on the counter, right next to the pot of carbonara I had made for her. Drove to my buddy Mike's place. He didn't ask questions when I showed up with suitcases, just opened the door and said, "Guest room's yours as long as you need it." That was 3 hours ago. My phone has been blowing up for the last hour. First text from Sable, "Reed's calmer now. Heading home. Did you eat without me?" Second text, "Graham, you there?" Third text, "Why aren't you answering?" Then the calls started. I let them go to voicemail. Her voicemails escalated quickly. First one was annoyed. "Why aren't you picking up? This is childish." Second was confused. "I just got home. Where are you? Where is your stuff?" Third was angry. "Are you serious right now? You moved out because I went to help a friend. This is insane." Fourth voicemail. She was crying, "Graham, please. I don't understand what is happening. Why would you do this? Can we please talk?" I thought about responding. Thought about explaining. Then I remembered what she said before she left. This is a you problem, not a me problem. So I sent one text. "You are right. This was a me problem. I solved it. Don't worry about me. I am sure you have a lot to talk about with Reed." Then I blocked her number. Mike asked if I wanted to talk about it. I said no. We watched basketball and drank beer in silence. He is a good friend. Now I am lying in his guest room typing this out because I cannot sleep. Part of me thinks I overreacted. We had been together 2 years. Maybe I should have talked it out, explained my feelings better, given her a chance to understand. But another part of me knows exactly what was happening tonight. The emergency that required private support. The dismissal of my concerns as insecurity. The complete disregard for how her actions would make me feel. I have seen this movie before. I know how it ends. Reddit, Ita for moving out while my girlfriend went to have a private talk with her ex. Or did I just save myself months of gaslighting and eventual heartbreak? Update 1. It has been 4 days since I left. I am still at Mike's place. Started looking at apartments yesterday. Found a decent 1-bedroom closer to work. Can move in next week. Sable's reaction has been a lot. That first night, after I blocked her, she apparently tried calling from 3 different phones. Her phone, her work phone, her friend's phone. I blocked each number as they came in. Then she showed up at Mike's place around midnight, banging on the door, crying, demanding to see me. Mike told her I didn't want to talk and she needed to leave. She refused. He told her he had called the cops if she didn't go. She left. Next morning, I woke up to 17 emails. I skimmed them. The tone shifted throughout the night. First few were angry. How dare I leave without explanation? How dare I make her come home to an empty apartment? How immature and cruel I was being. Middle ones were bargaining. She was sorry if she made me feel uncomfortable. She should have communicated better. Can we please talk about this like adults? Last few were threatening. She knows people at my company. She will tell everyone what I did. I will regret treating her this way. I didn't respond to any of them. The social media campaign started on day 2. She posted some vague story about when people show you who they really are, and dodging bullets. Her friends started commenting supportive things. A few mutual acquaintances reached out asking if I was okay, clearly fishing for my side of the story. I told them I didn't want to discuss it, and asked them to respect my privacy. Day 3. Graham, what the hell is wrong with you, apartment? Graham, you can explain why you traumatized my best friend. She came home to find her apartment emptied out with a pot of cold pasta on the stove. Do you have any idea how cruel that is? Did she tell you why I left? She said you had some jealous meltdown about her helping a friend. Did she tell you the friend was her ex-boyfriend? That she went to his apartment alone at night for a private talk? That when I expressed discomfort, she called it my insecurity problem? Silence. That is, she didn't mention all of that. I am not surprised. Look, Jenna, I don't expect you to take my side. She is your friend, but I set a boundary. She dismissed it completely and left anyway. I am not going to be with someone who treats my concerns as character flaws. But moving out while she was gone, without any discussion, she made it clear. Discussion wasn't necessary. She told me it was a me problem to deal with. So I dealt with it. Jenna didn't have much to say after that. She mumbled something about hoping we could work things out and hung up. Day 4. Today, I got a text from an unknown number. It was Reed. Hey man, I don't know what happened between you and Sable, but she is really torn up. I feel bad that my situation caused problem. For what it is worth, nothing happened. We just talked about my mom. Hope you two can work things out. I read it twice. Then I laughed out loud. Nothing happened. The classic reassurance. As if that was ever the point. I wrote back, I appreciate you reaching out. What happens between Sable and me isn't your concern. I wish your mom well. Then I blocked that number too. Mike came home from work and found me on his couch, looking at the text exchange. He read it and shook his head. The ex is texting you now. That is bold, right? He feels bad that his situation caused problems. Let me guess. His mom is miraculously fine now. Haven't heard otherwise. Funny how that works. Mike sat down across from me. You doing okay? This is a lot. I thought about it. Honestly, I feel lighter than I have in months. Like I was carrying something heavy and didn't realize it until I put it down. That is usually a sign you made the right call. The apartment I found is available next Monday. First month and deposit cleaned out my savings, but I will recover. It is a fresh start. New place, new chapter. No more walking on eggshells wondering when the next friend emergency will happen. Some people are telling me I should have communicated better, should have given her a chance to explain, should have worked through my trust issues instead of running away. But here is what I know. I communicated clearly. I said I wasn't comfortable. She dismissed me entirely. There was nothing to work through. She showed me exactly who she was and exactly how much my feelings mattered to her. 0. They mattered 0. So I acted accordingly. Update 2. Short version, best decision I ever made. Long version, after I moved into my new apartment, I went full, no contact. Not just with Sable, with everyone who might be a channel back to her. Unfriended mutual acquaintances on social media. Changed my phone number. Deleted Instagram entirely since she kept making new accounts to view my stories. First 2 months were the hardest. She tried everything. New phone numbers calling and texting, blocked immediately without responding, showing up at my office building. Security handled it after I explained the situation. My company was surprisingly supportive. HR documented everything in case it escalated. Letters mailed to my new address. How she got it, I don't know. I returned them unopened. Friends reaching out on her behalf, asking if I would consider talking. Polite decline, then distance from those friends. Her mom called once, said I was breaking Sable's heart, and asked what kind of man abandoned someone he claimed to love. I thanked her for reaching out and ended the call, blocked that number too. Around month 3, the contact attempts slowed down. By month 4, they would mostly stopped. What did I do with all the energy I wasn't spending on relationship drama? Got promoted. My focus at work improved dramatically once I wasn't constantly anxious about what was happening at home. Lead developer on a new project now, significant pay bump. Started guitar lessons, always wanted to learn, never made time. I practice an hour every evening. Not good yet, but getting better. Hit the gym consistently. Hadn't realized how much I would let myself go trying to keep someone happy who was never going to be satisfied. Reconnected with old friends I had drifted from during the relationship. Turns out, when you are not constantly managing a partner's emotional needs, you have time for other people. Started seeing someone new around month 5. Clara. She is a landscape architect. Met her through Mike's wife at a barbecue. We have been on maybe 8 dates, taking it slow. Because I am in no rush, and neither is she. What I noticed with Clara that was different from Sable, when I express a concern, she listens. Actually listens, asks questions, tries to understand. Doesn't immediately flip it into something wrong with me. Last week I mentioned I wasn't comfortable with something small. She had made plans with a male coworker for lunch, without mentioning it until the morning. Nothing suspicious, just felt weird not knowing. Her response. Oh, I am sorry. I should have told you earlier. I will text you when I make lunch plans so you are not surprised. Does that work? That was it. No accusations of insecurity, no lectures about trust, no dismissal of my feelings. Just acknowledgement and adjustment. I almost cried. That is how broken my normal meter had become. 3 weeks ago, I got an email from Sable. Long one. She would clearly spent time on it. Said she had been in therapy for 4 months. Said she had done a lot of work understanding why she behaved the way she did. Said she realized now that she had violated my boundaries, and then blamed me for having them. Said she was sorry. Not for how she made me feel, but for what she actually did. Said she understood if I never wanted to talk to her again, but she needed me to know she had changed. Said she would respect whatever I decided. Perfect apology. Hit every note you are supposed to hit, took full responsibility. Made no excuses. I read it 3 times. Then I archived it without responding. Mike asked why I didn't at least acknowledge it. Seems like she is actually trying, he said. Maybe she is. But my response to that isn't words. It is silence. I don't owe her closure. I don't owe her acknowledgement that her therapy is going well. I owe her exactly nothing. Fair enough, Clara asked about my past relationship recently. I gave her the condensed version. She was quiet for a minute, then said, "So you just left while she was gone?" Yes, no big fight, no dramatic confrontation, none. I just removed myself from the situation. She nodded slowly. That is actually kind of terrifying. Why? Because it means if I ever cross a line, you will not argue with me about it. You will just be gone. Would you rather I stay and fight about it? She thought about it. Actually, no. I would rather know that you respect yourself enough to leave if I disrespected you. It keeps me honest. That might be the most mature thing anyone's ever said to me about relationships. Final update. Mike got married. Beautiful ceremony. Reception at a brewery downtown. About 150 guests. I was a groomsman. Clara was my +1. What I didn't know until I arrived, Sable was invited. She went to college with Mike's wife. They are not close anymore, but the invitation went out before everything happened. And apparently she RSVP'd yes before the breakup. I found out when I saw her across the venue during cocktail hour. She saw me at the same moment. We made eye contact for maybe 2 seconds. Then I turned back to my conversation and continued like nothing happened. She looked different. Thinner, hair shorter. Something hollow in her expression. I didn't remember from before. Clara noticed me tense up. What is wrong? My ex is here across the room. Blue dress. Clara looked, then looked back at me. You okay? Yeah, just surprised. It is fine. Want me to be extra girlfriend? Why? To make her jealous? I laughed. I want to pretend she doesn't exist. Can you help me with that? Absolutely. The ceremony was beautiful. During the reception, I focused on being present for Mike. Gave my toast, danced with Clara, caught up with old friends. I was genuinely having a good time. Around 9 p.m., I was at the bar getting drinks when Sable approached. She would clearly been working up the courage all night. Graham. Hi, Sable. I didn't know you would be here. I should have assumed. Mike is your best friend, but it is fine. It is Mike's wedding. We are both here for him. Awkward silence. Did you get my email? The one I sent a few months ago? I did. I meant everything I said. I have done a lot of work. I understand now why you left. I was completely wrong about everything. I appreciate you saying that. More silence. She was waiting for something. Forgiveness. Maybe. Acknowledgement. Some sign that her apology had landed, that she had been absolved. I didn't give it to her. Is that your girlfriend? The one in the green dress? Yes, Clara. She is pretty. You look happy. I am happy. Sable's eyes got wet. I am glad. I really am. I wanted you to know that I understand now, what I did, how I treated you. The thing with Reed was wrong from the start, and I should have listened when you said you weren't comfortable. Okay, that is it. Just okay. What do you want me to say, Sable? That I forgive you. I don't hold anything against you. I don't think about you. I have moved on. What happened between us was a lesson I needed to learn, and I learned it. A lesson. That I deserve to be with someone who respects my boundaries, instead of dismissing them. That I don't need to argue or explain or justify my feelings. I can just leave. That my peace of mind is worth more than any relationship. She was crying now. I could have been that person. If you had given me a chance to understand, I gave you a chance. I told you I wasn't comfortable. You called it a me problem and walked out the door. That was your chance. One conversation, one bad night, and you ended everything. One conversation that showed me exactly who you were and exactly how little my feelings mattered. I believed you the first time. Clara appeared at my elbow with a glass of wine. Hey babe, everything okay here? Yeah. Clara. This is Sable. Sable. Clara. Clara extended her hand with perfect politeness. Nice to meet you. Sable shook it weakly. She was looking at Clara's hand in mine, at the easy way we stood together, at the life I had built without her. I should get back to my table, Sable said quietly. Congratulations again, Graham, on everything. She walked away. I watched her go and felt absolutely nothing. Clara leaned in. You okay? Yeah. Actually, yeah, that was easier than I expected. What did she want? Closure, I think. Acknowledgement that her apology meant something. Did you give it to her? Number. She doesn't need my forgiveness to move on. That is her work to do, not mine. Clara squeezed my hand. Have I mentioned lately that I love how your brain works? You can mention it again. We danced until midnight. I forgot Sable was even there. Drove home with Clara. She stayed over. We made breakfast the next morning and talked about nothing important. Weekend plans. A hiking trip we want to take. Whether we should get a plant for my apartment. Normal stuff. Peaceful stuff. The kind of stuff you get to have when you are with someone who respects you. I am proposing to Clara next month. Got the ring already. Mike's the only one who knows. Sable still tries to contact me occasionally. New numbers, new emails, once a letter to my office. I block and delete without reading. She has become background noise that I filter out automatically. Some people think I was too harsh. That I should have given Sable a chance to change. That moving out without discussion was cruel and cowardly. Maybe they are right. Maybe there was a version of this where we talked it out, went to therapy, rebuilt trust slowly over time. But I know myself. I know that arguing about respect never works. People either respect you or they don't. Sable showed me she didn't, and I believed her. It is showing them through your absence exactly what they lost. Sable had 2 years of my presence. Now she has a lifetime of my absence. That is the only closure I owe anyone.